Welcome to the next episode of our Ag+Bio+Science podcast. It's presented by AgriNovus Indiana and Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gerry Dick, the host of Inside Indiana Business, also the host of this weekly podcast, where we have in-depth conversations with leaders, innovators, and entrepreneurs in Indiana's ag-bioscience sector. It's the sector where food, agriculture, science, and technology converge. This week, we are continuing our virtual podcast. Very excited to have with us Joel Spencer. Joel is the Director of Customer Innovation at United Animal Health. Joel, thanks for joining us on the podcast.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
United Animal Health, I think a real shining star in the ag-bioscience space in Indiana. Fascinating story. Want to get into that. But first, Joel, to you, a little bit about your background. You are Director of Customer Innovation at United Animal Health. Talk about the path to get where you are today.
There's never a straight path, as you might expect. It even goes back to, growing up on a farm in Missouri, and my dad saying, if you want to be able to help people and really serve them that way, get into the sciences and the business of producing food. That agricultural sciences is something that always interested me, and did my graduate work at the University of Missouri and came here in 2001, where I then have been working with customers, large and small, predominantly swine customers across the United States, and then even internationally in Asia and Canada and some other countries.
Not a surprise that you've ended up in the world of agriculture and the ag biosciences, growing up on a farm. Undergrad at Missouri as well?
I did. I'm, as they say, homozygous or inbred Missouri. Came to Indiana and been a lot of fun. It's been a lot to watch the confluence of science and innovation technology come together to be able to produce food for the masses.
You mentioned briefly a moment ago, but United Animal Health is very much a global company, headquarters in Sheridan, Indiana, there in Hamilton County. Tell us more about the company, because as I said, just a fascinating story. I know previous iterations, JBS United, John Swisher, and that family has just done an amazing job of growing this company.
Yeah, United Animal Health, based in Sheridan, our hearts in Indiana, founded by John Swisher in 1956. And we are a global company now. We're in over 40 countries. As a platform company, we are traditionally a nutrition-based company, a high percentage in the swine industry and dairy and poultry also. We also have other technologies where we've developed direct-fed microbials or probiotics for these animals in building immunity. And we really specialize a lot too in young animal nutrition. As we go and innovate new technologies with strategic partners, that allows us to make nutrition cutting edge and move it forward from what we were doing just yesterday. But we take that and work with partners throughout the U.S.
The level of talent on the staff at United Animal Health and the kinds of innovation that you're doing truly are world-class.
It's a great place to work, and we have a great team, and you don't have to come from a farm or an ag background to be able to contribute. It's a collection of people that care about each other and care about society and bringing sustainable value to feed the world with growing populations that we have.
Talk, Joel, about some of the more recent innovations and maybe some of the technologies coming from United Animal Health and what really excites you about the opportunities for innovation in the sector.
There's a lot of excitement there, and I'm very biased because that's what I enjoy and I get excited about, is developing new ideas and bringing them through to make animals healthier and to make healthier food. Our probiotics, we have a division where we are developing new novel microbials that can help us reduce the use of antibiotics. Still need antibiotics or treat animals and keep them healthy, but work in concert with antibiotics and just overall improve the production efficiency and health and immunity of animals. That's a big area that we continue to pioneer every day. We're a world-class leader in that with our partners in Microbial Discovery Group. And then also we've continued to develop technologies to help with mycotoxins in grains that reduce the immunity of animals and reduce their gut health and reduce their performance. And we do a lot of research trials. We do over 100 swine research protocols a year. We do those in a scientific fashion that can all be published too. We do that with stringent scientific scrutiny, but also in an applied manner that customers and producers throughout the world utilize.
Talent, such a huge issue in the ag biosciences, really across all industries in Indiana. In terms of the talent needs that you have there at United Animal Health, what are they? Are they changing?
They're all changing, but at the same time, it's people that care about other people and people that care about bringing new sciences forward to help the world in a sustainable form. But yes, yes, we have a tremendously talented group of people, everything from people that work in our mills or our production facilities, farms, business professionals, and we own our own transit fleet, to veterinarians, microbiologists, biochemists. It really comes down to a lot of people really caring about those technologies. And they could have a business degree, but you get into the environment where you surround yourself with other great people and you're able to really drive a new path forward. And it really doesn't care about the background of what you have, as long as you have the drive and passion.
Great example of how the ag-biosciences agriculture, really the talent needs stretch far beyond traditional agriculture, to be sure. I understand you helped start something called Promise for Protein, which is essentially a statewide effort to get more meat to food banks.
That started in 2010, and we worked closely with the Indianapolis division of the Midwest Food Bank with John Whitaker and his group. And it really was a true God thing. In food service and food assistance programs, there's not a lot of protein sources that go into that. They're perishable, they're very expensive. We have a passion for that, obviously, with our company, and we saw to try to help provide that. So we visited Midwest Food Bank in 2010, brought this idea forward. And it was interesting that just the day before, they looked at me odd and said, "We were just praying about something on this yesterday." And here you are. What we've done is over the last 10 years, we've provided over 1.3 million meals of pork. We've done some with poultry as well. Here during this quarantine period, we've also donated, I think, 125 pigs so far to go through and be processed in lockers that are being distributed through Hoosiers Feeding the Hungry. And that's about another 80,000 meals. Again, trying to do what we do, our place in the supply chain to help people. And it takes a village of people doing what they do. And we've hooked up with what our place is, and to meet up with Midwest Food Bank and other food pantries throughout the United States to help bring valuable protein to people that need it.
Making a difference in a big way, to be sure. United Animal Health is an important partner with AgriNovus. Talk a little bit about, in your view and the company's view, the importance of being a part of the organization, a part of AgriNovus Indiana, and the work that's being done to really elevate the Indiana Ag Biosciences.
That's really important to us. We're a global company, but we're Indiana-based. Our heart's in Indiana. I believe we were one of the first partners with AgriNovus and Agri-Indiana. We see tremendous value in that and being able to make Indiana be the shining star in the United States for agri-sciences growth and innovation and technology. It brings people to Indiana. It's a great recruitment tool. It's a great place to live. And you add the science and innovation to it. It's just a draw for talent that can help the state grow, but also United grow and innovate continually.
Joel Spencer is the Director of Customer Innovation at United Animal Health, a Sheridan, Indiana-based global ag bioscience company here in Indiana. Joel, really appreciate your time, your perspective, and the work you and others do at United Animal Health. We hope to talk to you soon.
Great. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
All right, Joel, thanks for joining us. And thank you for joining us on this latest edition of the Ag+Bio+Science Podcast. It is a weekly production partnership between AgriNovus Indiana and Inside Indiana Business. And a reminder that you can keep up to date with AgriNovus by following them on Twitter and Instagram at AgriNovusIN. You can also find them on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. And don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts so we can share ag bioscience stories like this one with more and more people. Thank you for joining us. And remember, we're all in this together. I'm Gerry Dick. We'll see you next time.
This podcast is a product of Inside Indiana Business. Hosted by Gerry Dick. Produced by Bridget O'Reilly, Libby Fritz, and Joe Ullery. More people get Indiana business news from Inside Indiana Business than any other source.